We were told that science would save us, but who controls the science? There's a conversation happening quietly in the background of modern science, and most people aren't a part of it because it doesn't sound dramatic on the surface. It sounds like innovation, progress, breakthroughs. But underneath that language, there is a much deeper conversation. Who owns life? Not in theory, in practice. Because right now, companies can patent pieces of biology. Not you, not a human being, right? Or can they? There are parts of the systems that make life function. Synthetic sequences, modified cells, engineered processes. And on paper, that makes sense. You invest, you discover, you build something new, you protect it. That's how innovation works. But zoom out for a second, and it starts to feel different because these aren't just products. They're built from the same blueprint that runs through every living thing. And that is where the line starts to blur between discovery and ownership. Because if you can patent the building blocks, you start to shape access. You shape who can use it, who can afford it, who gets left out. You shape the direction of medicine itself. And most people never question that because it's framed as advancement, but advancement for who and at what cost? There is information circulating right now that an apparent document from the US Supreme Court was leaked that claims those vaccinated with the mRNA COVID-19 shot can no longer technically or legally be classified as human, but rather transhuman. Now, I can't personally find said document or claim with certainty that this is true. There was, however, a court case in 2013 between the Association for Molecular Pathology versus Myriad Genetics about intellectual property in biotech research regarding natural and synthetic DNA and which is patentable. But it does make me seriously pause. With all of the information now available about vaccines, what they're made out of, how they irreversibly are harming people, one has to wonder if people have been injected with heavy metals, graphene oxide, and most concerning, nanotechnology, are we still completely human? Natural DNA is not patentable. Moderna, for example, is made in a lab and changes or affects human genomes and DNA within 6 hours. These vaccines and their ingredients do not leave the body. They were designed in a very specific way. As usual, the best question to often ask is, who profits? If they found a way to make human DNA patentable, would you really put it past them? If you take all of this in, to me it reads like this. If synthetic DNA can be patented and vaccines include genetic material, then those who have been given the vaccines would be patentable. Either way, it raises serious questions. Where do we draw the line? At what point does innovation stop serving humanity and start quietly reshaping who has power over it? Because the future of biology isn't just being discovered, it's being decided in boardrooms, in labs, in systems that most people never get to see. And whether we engage with that conversation or not, it's still moving forward. So maybe the real awareness isn't just fear. It's attention. It's asking better questions. It's staying awake to where science ends and power begins.